They don't want to heal the economy. 3 weeks ago, USA Today had a front page article that did a side-by-side comparison of public sector and private sector compensation. And I think the lady here just talked about it here in Broward County with the Broward County Commissioners. For the first time in our country, public sector compensation is outpacing the private sector. That's unsustainable. That is not what our founding fathers meant to be. But it's part of the masterful plan that the liberal progressives have out there. Because if you get a larger percentage of the American people wedded to government either by subsistence or by employment, then you will maintain yourselves in power. If you can just get, remember it only takes in a national election 50% plus one. And the president won with 52%. If you take that 45% that is not paying taxes, and then you co-opt what Vladimir Lenin called the useful idiots. These people that have this guilt, then you get to 52%. What we have to realize is that liberalism is a dishonest tyranny. It's a dishonest tyranny because it will lie to people that says, I know what's best for you, and I can determine and engineer your life. But all they're seeking to do is be tyrannical in nature, and eventually we will have a government that has taken away all the liberties of the American people. And if you don't believe that this can happen in the United States of America, get on 595 and drive out west past Plantation and go to Western Florida and talk to the people who currently reside out in Western Florida and ask them where they came from. And almost 80% of the folks out there will tell you Venezuela. And why did they leave Venezuela? The #1 book right now that's being read across the United States of America was written in 1957. It is called Atlas Shrugged by Ayn Rand, because she predicted exactly what's happening right now. The second most popular book that's being read in the United States of America right now, George Orwell's 1984. They put us, well, they tried to warn us. Now it's up to us to realize what is happening. And before they get to the point, we got to stop. And see, that's why I want to go to Congress. Because the whole point is this. That's a thugocracy you have up in Washington, D.C. right now. And if you understand Chicago, how many people remember that movie, The Untouchables? Okay? Remember when Sean Connery sat with Kevin Costner in that movie, in that church, and he said, you've got to understand the Chicago way. And if you understand the Chicago way, you've got to understand how far are you willing to go. Because if they send one of yours to the hospital, you got to send 2 of theirs to the morgue. See, right now, you know what the problem with the Republican Party is? They ain't got that fire in their belly. They don't want to stand up and fight. And what's even worse is when you have a senator like Lindsey Graham that will stand with Charles Schumer and say that we're going to have an illegal immigration and amnesty program. And ladies and gentlemen, I want to say something that may upset some of you. The last amnesty in the United States of America was done by a Republican president in 1986 with 3 million individuals. See, if the party would stick to their principles, if the party would stick to their values, if their party would stand upon the fundamentals that made this country great in 233 years, those guys would not be in power right now. That's what we have to reestablish. Which comes back to, don't let yourselves be co-opted by any party. You've got to get candidates before you. You've got to test them just the same as if they're trying to go through Ranger School, SEAL School, or Marine Force Recon School. You've got to take them out there and you've got to drop them for push-ups. You've got to make them sweat. You've got to bend them over backwards because you need to see if they are who they say that they are. Because you can no longer afford to send people to your local government, to your state government, or to your federal government that can talk a good game but will not walk it.
Take that, Ron Klein.
Yeah.
I'm Alan West, and I approved that commercial. The reason why you can believe in me is because for 22 years, when you did not know me, I was answering a phone call, and I was going to places. I was leaving my daughter and my other daughter and my wife behind because I wanted to preserve you and I wanted to protect you. And I will continue to do the exact same thing, except for this time, instead of camouflage and boots, I'll be wearing a suit and tie. This election in Congressional District 22 is now a national level election. People are watching what we are doing here in this district because we have an opportunity to send a message, not just across this country, but across this world. It says that the people in Congressional District 22 understand and know what principled leadership looks like. The people in Congressional District 22 understand the message of Dr. Martin Luther King, where he said, it's about the content of character, it's not about the color of skin. But it's going to be a dogfight. Because just the same as you all are watching me on all these TV and YouTube and all this stuff, they are too. Ron Klein's scared. But the thing about Ron Klein is that he turns over to the machine. George Soros, SEIU ACORN, they're coming here. And they're going to fight you. And this is going to be a test of your character and your will. Because if we are successful here, we go to Washington, D.C., and we tell them that everything that they stand for, the dishonest tyranny, the liberal progressive agenda, the victimization, is all a lie. And that's what they know this candidacy will mean if it's successful. So I need you, I really do, to not get tired. I need you to carry our message all across this district. I need you to find whatever way that you can help. Because a lot of people sit around and say, well, how can you get past the Sun Sentinel and the Palm Beach Post and all of them? And I say, I don't need the Sun Sentinel and Palm Beach Post. You know why? Because each and every one of you, you got a mouth. You got a cell phone. And I think most of you here got a computer. You're a media source. And you can spread that message far better than the Sun Sentinel and the Palm Beach Post, and we can take it out there, and we can drive these liberals absolutely bat crazy. We got great candidates running this cycle, from local level all the way up to federal level. Get behind these great candidates. Because we can show that we are a group of people that believe in this country. We are a group of people that believe in what this country stands for. We are a group of people that are going to restore this republic, recommit to our principles and values, and we're going to reclaim our American pride because this is an exceptional nation. You are an exceptional people. God has blessed this country like no other country in the world, and we can walk around all over this world with our heads held high, saying that we are Americans and we forever shall be Americans, and it will last for another 233 years.